Hello? Hello? But can you see screen? Just text me because I'm not hearing any voice. It's okay, but today is only just overview of the upper limb, and in next class I will discuss. Let me tell you. Are you sure your screen? आपको screen नजर आ रही है बेटा? Just text me, then I will start. Hurry up, please. Okay. We were at the shoulder girdle. Shoulder girdle composed of two bones: clavicle, collarbone, scapula, the shoulder blade. And the pectoral girdles do not quite encircle the body completely. Only the clavicle actually attaches to the thorax at the manubrium and the first rib. Scapula do not join each other or the axial skeleton but float on the back of the ribs. This is the bone of the shoulder girdle. This is the clavicle. This is the anterior view. And this is right clavicle, posterior view. And this is the anterior view. This is the scapula. And this whole makes the shoulder girdle. Now, bones of the shoulder girdle. Key bony landmarks. You can say key bony landmarks in the anterior view. This is manubrium. This is clavicle. And this is the cricoid process. And this is acromion process. This is glenoid fossa. And this is lateral border, medial border. And this is inferior angle. On the anteriorly, you can see these things. And the posterior view, this is the acromion process, and this is glenoid fossa, lateral border, medial border, inferior angle, superior angle, spine of the scapula. This is the spine of the scapula. When we do scapula, we all things do in the detail. Just you should know what is in the upper limb. And this is clavicle. It extends horizontally across the superior thorax. External end has two ends: external end and the acromial end. This is the external end or the medial end. This is the acromial end or the lateral end. External end or the medial end articulates with the manubrium, and the acromial end articulates with the scapula. Provides attachment for the muscles, hold the scapula and arm laterally, transmit compression forces from the upper limbs to the axial skeleton. Scapula. Now, scapula lies on the dorsal surface of the rib cage, located between ribs 2 to 7. Have the borders, superior border, we see medial and lateral. We have three angles, lateral, superior and inferior. This is the structure of the scapula. This is lateral border, this is medial border, this is inferior angle, has a superior border, superior angle. And this is in the posterior aspect. There's the spine, there's the coracoid process, acromion process, suprascapular notch, superior angle, and supraspinous fossa, infraspinous fossa. And this is the lateral view. This is glenoid cavity. This is infraspinous fossa. This is the spine. This is acromion process. Beta, just check, message me, text me. I can't hear you. Now the arm. Region of the upper limb between the shoulder and the elbow. Region of the upper limb between the shoulder and elbow is called arm. And the bone of the arm is only humerus bone. From the arm. Longest and the strongest bone of the upper limb articulates with the scapula at the shoulder, articulates with the radius and ulna at the elbow. Same as like we discussed the femur. Humerus. Many structures of the humerus provide sites of the muscle attachment. Other structures of the humerus provide articulation sites for the other bones. This is humerus, anterior view, posterior view. This is head. As we discussed in the femur, head, neck, greater trochanterus, there is a greater tubercle and the lesser tubercle. These same condyles, epicondyles, there is the same fossa. And this is the bones of the forearm. Forearm has two bones, ulna and radius. Proximal end articulates ulna and radius. Proximal end, this is the proximal end. Proximal end articulates with the humerus. This is the proximal end. Distal end articulates with the carpal bone of the hands. This is radius and ulna articulates with each other at the proximal end and the distal end. Proximal, this is the proximal radio, and this is the joint, radio ulnar joint. Yes, beta, there must be difference because the femur is the longest bone of the body. I am saying that just similarities, not showing that as it is same. Okay. This is the distal radio-ulnar joint. This is the proximal, where the radius and ulna joined with each other. In between, this is free. Only here at the distal end, and this is the proximal end. And in between, there is the interosseous membrane. In the anatomical position, the radius is the lateral and the ulna is the medial. Radius will be your on the thumb side. When you stand in the anatomical position, the radius in your lateral side. This is the elbow joint. This is the humerus, and this is the head of the radius. This is the ulna. Radius, radial notch of ulna, coronoid process of ulna. And this is the condyle, medial epicondyle. Ulna, Main bone responsible for forming the elbow joint with the humerus. It is the hinge joint, allows the forearm to bend on the arm. Distal end is separated from the carpals by the fibrocartilage. Play little to no role in the hand movement. This is the polygonal process, cochlear notch, coronal process, and radial notch. This is the ulna, bone ulna. This is radius and ulna. Now radius. Superior surface of the head of the radius articulates with the capitarium, and medially the head of the radius articulates with the radial notch of the ulna. Medially, the head of the radius here. This is the radial notch of the ulna. Here it articulates. Contributes heavily. As the ulna has no role and the wrist joint with some role, the heavily contributes to wrist joint. Distal radius articulates with the carpal bones. When radius moves, the hand moves. Clear? This is posterior view of the elbow joint. This is humerus. This is the medial epicondyle. This is lateral epicondyle. This is head. This is neck, and this is radius, and this is ulna. Now hand. Hand includes following bones: carpus, metacarpus, phalanges. Carpus means wrist. Metacarpal means palm, and phalanges means fingers. The hand here, carpal, 8 carpal bones. Okay, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Scaphoid, lunate, trapezium, triquetral, trapezoid, pisiform, capitate, and hemitate. These are the 8 carpal wrist bones. Okay, and these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the metacarpal bones. And these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In each finger there are the 3 phalanges. Only in the thumb there are 2. Proximal, distal, and middle. Okay, 14 phalanges. Carpus form the true wrist. The proximal region of the hand. Gliding movement occur between carpals, composed of the 8 marble-sized bones. Carpal bones are arranged in 2 regular rows: proximal rows from lateral to medial and distal row from lateral to medial. One scaphoid, lunate, triquetral, and pisiform in the 1 row, trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, and hemitate in the 2nd row. 5 metacarpals radiates distally from the wrist. Metacarpals form the palm. 1 to 5, beginning with the pollex of the thumb. I'll show you. Articulate proximally with the distal row of the carpals, and proximally with the distal row of the carpals, and articulate distally with the proximal phalanges. And phalanges number from 1 to 5, beginning with the thumb. Except for the thumb, each finger has 3 phalanges: proximal, middle, and distal, and thumb only has a proximal and distal. Thus it becomes 14. Okay, this is all about the overview. Inshallah, we will do clavicle bone muscle attachment on the Thursday. Be prepared. And I think this is just overview, so you have no concern or no query, and you should read from the snail. Okay, this is your authentic book, but as we are doing bones. Okay, we have no bone in hand. We are doing on our concepts and on only figures. So I try my best to be simple and you can understand. That's why I, uh, if you think that it's sufficient to understand you, you can follow. Okay. Okay, beta. Sorry, I can't hear you. And take care of yourself, inshallah, on Thursday. Might there is no problem in the net or in, there is problem in all, not for you. Okay, take care. Allah Hafiz.
Standing वगैरह को
कुछ सेव करो. Kita hani manale Joshua.
डेट जो है आईडी
अच्छा. रिकॉर्ड किया.